Have you ever wondered what it takes to scale your agency to 6 figures, 7 figures? Look, in less than 2 years, I went from doing $15,000 per month inside of our agency to scaling to over $150,000 per month. And I've come up with 7 habits that I killed to help get me here. So if you're scaling your video or content agency, listen up for these habits that might be holding you back, and watch until the very last one, because that could arguably be one of the most important. So let's get into it. So the first things first is saying yes to everything. All right, this is all too common, but a habit that we need to break ASAP. Listen, I've talked to hundreds of agencies, and I was this guy too. This is what would happen. Someone would refer me. They'd hear I'm a marketer or a videographer, so they'd start asking me to do marketer or videographer stuff, just about anything. I want this video, I want this email stuff, and I don't want to turn business down because it's money, right? Well, the problem was a few things. One, it was confusing on what I actually did. If I was just saying yes to everything, like what do I actually do? Okay. It was inconsistent delivery to the client. Like I can't productize 20 different things that I'm trying to do for the person. And ultimately, it was just order taking essentially for our clients, which doesn't actually position ourselves as marketers, but really just glorified freelancers to them. And really, when we get a new client, we're really just getting another job. And what happens when we say yes to a lot of things is fulfillment becomes a mess, because you're trying to figure out this custom package, this thing that you just said yes to that you've never really done before. You're not positioned as an authority to the clients, and what they're going to do is they're just going to walk all over you. So what we need to do is we need to focus on having an offer that solves a pain for our customers and creates an outcome for them. And what we just need to do is we need to productize that process, and we need to stay disciplined with this. All right, the second habit that we need to break ASAP, and this is absolutely low-hanging fruit, and if you are watching this and you are neglecting your health as an agency owner, you're literally neglecting everything else inside of your business and really your life. Like what I used to do a ton is I would wake up at 4 a.m. I would stop work at 8 p.m. I would skip my workouts. I would eat freaking beef jerky from the gas station because I was so focused. I was busy. I was going to all these shoots. And guess what went to the bottom of the list? My health. But what also goes to the bottom of the list when I'm like focusing not on my health is my confidence, my energy, my productivity, my mindset. My stress was higher. It's a recipe literally for a disaster as an entrepreneurship. Like, how do you think you're going to be able to operate your highest ability without having confidence, energy, and a good mindset, right? Like, how do you think you'll be able to serve your clients? The implications of neglecting your health and skipping your workouts and not taking care of your body is massive. And this could just be coming from lived experience, but if we can lead ourselves and commit to a healthy body, what's going to follow is a healthy mind and a healthy business from that. Do not neglect our health. Okay, next up is doing everything yourself. Look, it's faster if I do it. I can't find anyone else to do it. Let me just do this really fast. And guys, if you're watching this and you're hiring people and you're doing what I just explained from the perspective of like, I'm just gonna make this edit myself, like they're gonna feel like crap, because how would you feel if you were hired by a client and they wanted you to do a task and they're like, actually just send me the raw files, and then they ended up editing it themselves, right? You'd feel like crap. Same thing goes when you hire a team member, okay? We wanna empower them to do well. We wanna empower them to fail. The more we can do that, the more success that we will have delegating and getting stuff off of our plate. Here's what we just need to do. We need to get into that mode of delegating effectively, meaning we need to set our team up for success. We need to empower them to fail. And we don't need to think about like how much we can handle as a business person, okay? That's old school thinking. The whole entrepreneurial grind is old school thinking, in my opinion, right? We want to figure out how much we can delegate and get off of our plate, because the more that we can get stuff off of our plate, the more time we will have back to focus on high income producing activities, being an actual CEO inside of our business. And once I was able to master this inside of our agency, we literally doubled in sales. All right, the next habit that we need to break is inconsistent sales and marketing. Let me know if this sounds familiar. You get business and you get super busy with fulfillment and you have no time for sales, marketing, any of that stuff. Then it slows down and you get freaking anxious and you ramp up your sales and marketing. Then you get a couple clients and you're super busy with fulfillment and you have no time for sales and marketing. This is what I like to call like the yo-yo effect, right? And the yo-yo effect literally just stems from inconsistent sales and marketing. It's like you're doing really good and then you get really busy with fulfillment and then you don't have any sales and marketing and you're yo-yoing the sales and marketing and fulfillment. Like it's a yo-yo. But what happens is you just remain stagnant and you're plateauing and you just keep going back to square one. Look, the only way that you're going to be able to break past your plateau is not by the best system. It's not by the best video. It's not by having the best offer for your clients. It's through leads. And when you can start getting leads, what you want to do is you want to also grow your operations. It should be in tandem. As you get leads, as you get business, so should your operations. So should your ability to hire. So should your systems and processes, because the more clients that you get, the more operationally efficient and the more you need to actually scale your operations as well. So as you get more clients, you need to find capacity to handle them while keeping your foot on the gas when it comes to getting leads. You need systems, processes, people in place to actually do this. Okay, next habit that we need to smash is the scarcity scarcity mindset and avoiding risk. Look, when I started my agency, I was at 100% margin because it was me. I was pumped. I was making a lot of money and things were great. But when it came down to scaling and wanting to build, I would like tighten up a little bit because scaling takes risk, right? Like I was scared to hire. Like, what if I fail? Okay, this is expensive. Now I'm responsible for this person. And I would let these feelings dictate my actions. Like, okay, I'm just gonna do everything myself. And what happens as a result of the actions from that mindset is I would stay the same. I had a friend who was an 8-figure entrepreneur tell me this a while ago, and it was maybe a bit extreme, but still sticks with me, is that we need to always be throwing the tracks, meaning we need to build for where we want to go. We need to make decisions for where we want to go, not for where we are in this present moment, but from where we want to actually go. Not in a feeling of scarcity, but a feeling in a mindset of abundance that if I bet on myself, if I can build for this, I am confident in my ability to be able to get on the train and go to the next set of tracks and continue to do that. And Hormozi also had a great quote on one of the tweets that he does that has also stuck with me that says, opportunity looks like risk when it's an opportunity. And by the time it's risk-free, it's not an opportunity anymore. Look, I'm not saying that we need to send it and blow all of our money on hiring or paid ads, but if you're unwilling to make a risk, you're unwilling to reap the opportunity that risk provides. Of course, guys, be logical with this, but don't back down from this. If you want to be an entrepreneur, risks are going to be part of your daily habits. And what happens when you begin to take risks is that becomes like your waterline for the normal, right? Like I remember when we first got our office space, it was like a few grand a month. I was freaking nervous and I was consulting a bunch of my friends who are entrepreneurs and I was like, oh my gosh, this feels really risky. It's like a long lease. This is my first time ever doing it. Oh my gosh, like, am I going to fail? I'm responsible for this. What happens if this doesn't work out? That's what was going on in my head. And then I brought it back down to logical and I was like thinking, okay, cool. I'm going to be in business. All I need to do is get 2 clients to practically afford this right now from where I am right now for it to be pretty much a wash. Like I can get 2 clients in order for it to pay for itself. Bingo. That was my logic for doing that. And then that was our first office space. Then we got our second office space and continued to scale and grow from there. And I have a ton of other stories when it comes to hiring as well. This leads me to my next point, which is having poor financial knowledge. Okay, it is huge. Look, when we were first starting, I pretty much like winged everything when it came to like our finances, right? I didn't know what a P&L was. I had no idea how good or bad we were doing financially. I just simply checked the bank account. If we had money in there, cool, we're good to go. But the problem was you can't make any informed decisions if you don't know what your numbers are. Informed decisions meaning hiring, firing, marketing, forecasting. You're literally shooting in the dark if you have no idea what your financial like situation is. And as you grow, this becomes more important because the decisions that you begin to make should be informed by a P&L, not just by the numbers inside of your bank account, okay? Can I hire this person? How much should I pay them? What's our revenue look like next month? What are we spending money on? If you don't know that, then you really don't know your business. It wasn't until I hired my bookkeeper until I realized that, wow, numbers really don't lie. And I can make super informed decisions simply by knowing my numbers. So if I'm an agency owner watching this and it comes down to financial health, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a 12-month forecast. I'm going to go month by month and I'm going to see, okay, here's how many clients I'm going to gain. Here's how many clients we're going to lose. Here's what my revenue is going to be. Here's everything that I'm going to be spending money on. Okay, I'm going to do that for every single month for the rest of the year. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to review monthly how much you actually made and how much you actually spent. Then I'm going to make adjustments monthly as needed. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hire a bookkeeper to help me out with this because it's a very simple role and they'll reconcile everything for you so you don't have to do this and they'll use software. It is a no-brainer to hire a bookkeeper in order to get this done accurately and effectively and to begin to know your numbers, guys. And last but not least, when it comes to habits to stop is neglecting mentors. Look, when I first started my entrepreneurial journey 10 years ago, I thought I knew it all. I'm going to grind. I'm going to outwork everyone. I'm going to figure it out along the way. But what happened is I was spending a lot of time figuring it out along the way. I would hop on YouTube. I would watch a video here and there. I would listen to a podcast here and there. I would get some info, execute, and try to figure it out. And I was spending so much trying to figure it out. But what I realized is there's people out there who have done what I want to do and can give me a literal shortcut to achieving what I'm looking to do. My first mentor was a guy named Alan who taught us how to productize our offer and build a team. I literally used the same principles today that I've learned from him since then. And without him, we would not be what we are. Since then, we've literally spent like hundreds of thousands of dollars on mentors with a return every single time I do it. Because again, there are people out there who have the roadmap that I need for a specific problem that I want to solve. Yeah, I could watch videos and try to figure out myself, but I've always wanted to learn from the people that have done what I want to do so I can do it faster. And yes, there are some mentors out there that give the industry like a really bad rap. So if you are watching this and you are considering a mentor, make sure that they've done what you want to do. They have a process of getting you from where you are to where you want to go, and they have results to back it up. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Those are the 7 habits that are destroying your agency, and hopefully some tips and some pullaways of stuff that you can start to implement inside inside of your agency to continue to thrive and grow. Leave a comment down below based off of what habit that you're going to stop, what habit stuck with you the most, so that you can hold yourself accountable and also share with the community of people watching this. So guys, thanks so much for watching. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, the Austin Schneider. And if you are an agency owner, be sure to subscribe for the channel for more videos like this. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.